Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Karen and I travel full-time in a Ram Master with my dog Lily that I'm building out as I go. I've been on the road, just started my 4th year, so I had my 3rd anniversary, and we travel all over the country, going city to city, depending on what's going on. My 88-year-old dad isn't doing well, so we're going to hang on the East Coast for a while. He's down in Jacksonville. I'm in North Carolina at the moment. Today, we're going to clean this 63-quart ICECO dual zone refrigerator and talk about it a little bit. These ICECOs are great fridges. They do need to be cleaned about once a month because of condensation, the way they're designed, but we'll go over that. So here we go. And thank you for joining me. All right. I boiled up some water because I like cleaning with clean water. I added a little bit of Dawn to this colder water. There we go. All right. I hope you can see me okay. This is kind of a weird angle. I've got the phone up there on a holder. So this, I've got this ICECO in a case. When I bought it, the case came with it, which ICECO, the cooler than a cooler. I actually love this. I started out with a 20 in the back of my truck. I left it. I had a quad cap. So in the back seat, I had a 23-quart. I sometimes say a Bouge RV, but I think Bouge RV is responsible for making it. It was actually called a Joy Tudis. And I had that little fridge for 2 years. And we went to Alaska with it. We were all over the country with it the first 2 years on the road. And it served me well. And then I had an opportunity. I wait till these sales happen. And these, at Christmas time, you can get your best deals on Jackeries and Blue Eddies or whatever your heart's desire is on batteries. That's the best time to buy those batteries, those solar generated batteries. These right around the same time. And usually when spring starts, these things go on sale. They're not inexpensive. They're actually pretty expensive, but the ICECO is built with a German compressor that comes with a 5-year warranty. And that's pretty impressive. So I gave my Joy Tudis to some people that lived in a car and were really having a hard time. So you'll see condensation build up here. Now, I'm in North Carolina right now, and it's not as hot as it was down in Florida. When it's really hot, it's paper towels. When it's really hot, these fridges, all of them, will run constantly. You can see I do cook. I see some YouTubers open their fridges and there's drinks maybe, but there's no real food. They're eating out all the time. I actually do cook because I try to save money. Anyway, how the fridges work is the compressor is actually on the outside of the fridge, right? So you need to leave around your fridge open so that the fridge can breathe. But the coolness comes off of the sides. So I just cut some Reflectix and I put it over top so that it helps with the coolness, helps it the cool air rotate around the food. I'm going to lose a lot of temperature right now because the lid is open, obviously, and this condensation is already here. And you can see that it turns to ice, and all these fridges do that. I run this fridge at about 40 degrees. This opens one way. This is a metal. My dog at one point, before I put it in its case, jumped on it and scratched it. But I love this fridge. It's just very durable. Along with durability, we use this fridge to get up into the bed because the bed is up here. we're down here, and Lily being 4, she's not old, but she's starting to kind of show that little age, putting on the weight. And I use it to get off of my bed. But once a month, I clean this because we are on the road and it gets dusty. It's a ProMaster. It is not, I bought it as a cargo van. It is not airtight by any stretch of the imagination. As a matter of fact, you'll see that it's 2023 that it leaked. We won't talk about that. But I solved that problem, and you can see a video about how I did that. So anyway, these fridges need to be taken care of. We're just going to wipe it down. This side's not so bad because this holds meat that is in, I use this side as my meat compartment, cheese, meat, that sort of thing. But you can see that even dog hair gets in here. Now, you know, you wonder, like, this thing is sealed. How the heck does dog hair get in here, right? Don't ask me. There is dog hair everywhere. So we're constantly cleaning. So once a month, I will clean this out, take a look at it, clean out any of the freezing. It has a light. So what's really nice about that is the moment I get up and I feel like yogurt, I don't want to turn on all the lights in the van. The minute I open the door, the light comes on and it lights it up pretty good. One of the things that does happen is things bounce around in here. This really light metal will dent. And down in this, there's this level here, right, for this side. And a lot of people use this side as the freezer. And I did for a while till I realized that I'm just eating up power, especially in the summertime. I mean, if you run one side as a fridge or as a freezer and the other side is a fridge and it's summertime, yeah, I keep this plugged into a 1,000-watt Jackery, and I can get 3 days stretching the power on that. But if you're running one side as a freezer, you are going to eat through 1,000 watts. You would need 2,000 watts to go a couple days. Let's close this for a minute. So generally speaking, you will draw anywhere from 34 to 64 watts, depending on what the fridge needs. At night, it doesn't need as much power, so it doesn't come on as much because it's cooler. But when it's warm out and it's warm in your vehicle, these fridges will run all day, which between 35 and 64 watts, that's on a 1,000-watt generator, you can do the math. So I just like to clean it up. I keep all my drinks. Where does all this hair come from? Jeez. Dogs, animals, traveling, living with animals. That hair gets everywhere. So down in this section down here that's lower is where I will stack my waters or whatever that I want, my drinks that I want to get cold. Lily's hamburger meat that I cook up for her. I'm a bacon whore. Love my bacon. Chicken. We buy whole chickens from Walmart at $5.97, and I'll cut them up, and a whole chicken will last a week. So that's my meat. Okay. So it really wasn't that dirty on this side, but wait till you see the other side. That is a different story. Oh, I'm too old to be on the floor. Okay, I gotta get this other side open. I am fortunate enough to be at a park today where I literally plugged in the whole van. So everything is plugged into the power bar. I could back up to the park pavilion and grab some power. This side is a little more ridiculous. Eggs, butter. As I said, you know, you can tell the YouTubers that eat out all the time because they have virtually nothing in their fridge. Oh my goodness, that is a total mess. And since everything is in something, I struggle to understand why there's loose juice, as I call it. I hope you can see down in here. This is rather disgusting. So I have some potato salad, hummus, some tofu. I'm a meat eater, but tofu is a really good protein. A little bit of jelly. Wipe off the bottles just like you would in your at-home fridge. And I'll toss these out. These are little butters I collect. Oh, where the garbage can is. It's over there. Okay. So this side being the most used side, you know, having leftover baked beans. What would life be without cheese? No life at all. So I don't know if you can see. I don't want to block what you can see. Oh, that's just disgusting. So let's take a look at how bad this side is. I had orange juice. So I think I had a carton. And I don't think those cartons are real solid because how else would orange juice be in here? So this is going to require a little more cleaning. I do keep a thermometer so I can keep an eye out. So although I do set it at 38, 36, 38, 40 degrees, sometimes they're not very accurate, right? So I like to keep track of the temp, that little thermometer there. So yeah, let's get to cleaning this side. That is pretty gross. Okay, so here we go. I need before we take this out and set it on the floor, and it's sitting in all that yuck juice, is clean the bottom here. Yeah. So this is plenty room enough for Lily and I. I think, get a towel out. The idea of setting it on the floor after I clean it seems to be counterintuitive. Let's soak up the inside. You see the power is on. I have a light on this side too. So when the lid is closed, the light is off. When the lid is open, you can see everything you're doing. If you are, well, this is just gross. I mean, this is gross. And it's been 30 days, so it's like your fridge at home, right? It's really important that you, at least to me, okay? I'll speak for myself. Keep your things clean. A lot of condensation because, like I say, these fridges don't have compressors inside to send the air around in circles. It all comes through this metal, whatever this metal is that they use. It's not even really a metal because it does. If you drop something in here, it will immediately dent this. And I don't, you know, I try to be a little bit careful and cognizant of that. So you'll see a buildup of condensation. You can't stop that in these fridges. I don't care what fridge you have. They're all the same, really. They all operate the same. Having that little piece of, this little piece of Reflectix to go over your food. Yeah, there's dog hair in here, for God's sakes. You just, if you're traveling with an animal, You're going to find hair in the most, places. It's just the way it is. Life with an animal. So we'll get this good and clean. Doesn't take very long. We need to make a grocery run here. For too long, I'm low on meat. I do cook in my van. When I did my budget, you'll see that my budget for the month was $27 for dining out. You know what? In the month before that, I spent $16 dining out, period. And I ended the month, although I only took out $60 for cash. I don't sling that and buy food with it, dining out all the time, or $7 coffees at Starbucks or whatever. I ended the month, I think, with still $20 in my cash pocket. I make my coffee in the morning in my van. This dog here is driving me nuts. Okay, that's about it. We will. So I don't know about anybody else, but I can't afford to. I love indulgent trail mix. I can't afford to eat out all the time. I'm on a fixed income, primarily Social Security, and some of the extra money I have is because I work an extra job. I love yogurt. Stand that up. Yeah, we need to do a grocery. Lily likes her pumpkin for fiber. Oh, that looks disgusting. So I don't know why it looks like that. Who knows? You'd think 20 people live in my van the way it gets dirty. Yeah. Okay. Yogurt. My yogurt. I think I put the tofu on the meat side since I use it as a meat sometimes. Fresh broccoli. Hummus. And I love my potato salad. I usually like egg salad, but I noticed that with the price of eggs that I didn't see any egg salad. So that is nice and clean. Moisture removed. Oh, there we go. We'll put that down to hold that helps circulate that cold air that comes through the walls. All right. These ICECOs come with a little schedule of what temperature, depending on what type of food you have. Like I said, I use both sides as a fridge. We're entering summer. So no matter where I go, it's going to be warm. And this thing will just, although it is conservative on power, compared to some fridges, my little Joy Tutus 23 quart, sometimes that thing would just, because of the quality, would really use a lot of power. So there we are. And that's how easy it was to clean, and that's how long it took. Let's just put this tofu right there. But Lily uses this to jump up on the bed. I covered it. This is my handiwork. I covered it with non-slip and then used duct tape to tape it on the top because Lily was sort of sliding on this material. And I really didn't want her to destroy I don't want to have to buy another one of these. It came with the fridge, but they're not cheap. ICECO does sell them separately. If you don't have one, they are great for, oh gosh, I forgot something. They're great for protecting your fridge. And especially, if you're going to use it to stand on, which I do, and then I use it to sit on. It's my bench. Peanut sauce. Oh, I love peanut sauce. So I'm going to put this, somehow I got forgotten. But it's time to do a grocery run. We're kind of low. I don't have any fruit to speak of. I have some oranges that aren't in the fridge, of course, but I need some salad and some good healthy stuff. And when the warm months come, I start craving salads. So there we go. That's the cleaning of the fridge and how long that took. Again, I really like this fridge. It has served me well. Here are your controls right here. I'm not sponsored, by the way, by ICECO. I just said I would talk about it. You can see it went up to 52 while I had the door open. So it is running on shore power right now. I'm plugged into a pavilion back there at a park. So it will cool down pretty quick. Already the other side has, this side over here, my meat side is already at, stayed at 38. So your compressor and your power is over on this side. You always want that clear so that it can breathe. But these things are all important. So thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. Please like and subscribe and have a great day.